All right. Good evening, everybody. I am really excited to be hosting this live webinar tonight to give you a little bit of information about how to build a coaching business. So if this is your first time participating on a call, I'd love to hear from you. This is a webinar hosted through Zoom. It's also being broadcasted live on YouTube right now. So if you are able to just comment, if you just want to drop in the comments, where are you from? Who invited you to the webinar tonight? How did you find out about it? And what are some of the things that you would like to have answered by the end of the night? I am going to go ahead and share my screen here so that we can get this party started. So one moment. All right, you should be able to see my screen. If you guys can just give me sort of a thumbs up or even just say I can see it and it looks okay, that would be awesome. I would really, really appreciate it. Okay, so let's get started. So first and foremost, tonight we're going to talk about how to build a coaching business from home. This is one of the things that I'm super passionate about, is helping other people to not just achieve their health and fitness goals, but also teaching people how to build a business. And you can see on this first page here just is a picture of some of our coaches in our organization. Now, this is a little bit about me, right? So my name is Melanie Mitro. I'm excited to have you here. You may have been invited by a coach in my downline in my organization. I might have invited you here tonight, and I am presenting to you guys a little bit about what we do and how we do what we do, the training that we offer, and what is the opportunity for you all. But before I do that, I want to give you a little insight into exactly who I am. So again, my name is Melanie Mitro. I started in July of 2011. Actually, I started in May of 2011 as a challenger. I started with the fitness program Insanity. So for any of you that have heard of Shaun T, Insanity, Insanity Max 30, or T25, those are some of the programs that he created. And so I had just had my second little boy. So I have two little ones. I have Landon and Bryce. Landon's actually 8 now, and Bryce is 6. He's going to be 7 here in about a month. And so after I had Bryce, he was about 6 months old. And I was really struggling. I've always been kind of naturally thin. I didn't really have to work very hard at my fitness. I was what you would call skinny fat. And I did not understand anything about clean eating or proper nutrition. I did yoga. I was that girl that would go to the gym in January. I would buy that awesome gym membership. And then I was also that girl that was gone after 3 weeks of doing those workouts. So I never really stuck to anything in my life. But after having Landon and Bryce, I started to notice that my body had changed. My metabolism wasn't the same anymore. The weight was not coming off as fast as I would have liked it to come off. And I was hanging on to a good 30 pounds. I made a Facebook post, which I wasn't anybody that went on social media. If I look back at my time hop, right, I created a Facebook account maybe in 2009. I maybe posted a dozen times on there, pictures of our wedding and our dog, and we got a dog and just family stuff, but nothing consistent on a daily basis. And I feel like it was definitely a divine intervention where I went on to social media and made a post about trying to lose weight, and I was eating celery. And a friend of my husband's, his wife actually reached out to me through Facebook. We were friends. We knew each other through our husbands, and she had invited me to join a challenge group. And I can remember, right? I can remember reading the invitation through private message, and I immediately, and this is maybe what you have done, somebody may have invited you. And so what did you automatically do? You would go and look at the person's page. You would look to see who they were. And when I went to my coach's page, at the top was her banner, and on her banner was her transformation. I could see her before photo. I could see her after picture. And the more I scrolled down through the news feed, I could see that we were a lot alike. We both had 2 kids. Our kids were about the same age. We also had similar body types, similar personality styles. And I immediately was like, yes, I see your results. Tell me what you did. I am frustrated. I cannot get this weight off. And so that really was the beginning where she invited me to a challenge group. And I'll explain a little bit more about what exactly a challenge group is, because this may be the first time that you're ever hearing that terminology used before, and that is okay. So I joined. I signed up. I did the fitness program Insanity. I actually borrowed it from a neighbor down the street. And I didn't start drinking Shakeology right off the bat. Again, I'll explain what that is as well. And about the first 30 days went by and I lost 2 pounds. But the fact that I only lost 2 pounds wasn't, it was like defeating and deflating, because I thought, oh my gosh, I am cardioing myself to death every single day. I am going to the basement of my townhouse. I'm taking the baby monitor. I am sacrificing sleep and quiet time to push play on these workouts that are clearly killing me, that I really can't keep up with. And I've only lost 2 pounds. And I would go into this online accountability group. I'd check into our support group, and there were people that were getting these great results, and they were talking about what they were eating, and they were talking about this Shakeology stuff that I'd never heard of before, and they were talking about this terminology, this term called clean eating, and I had no idea what they were talking about, but they all looked great. And I can remember at the end of 30 days thinking to myself, I can't believe I've worked this hard for 2 pounds. This is ridiculous. But quite honestly, the one thing that I wasn't doing is I wasn't changing my nutrition. I was eating exactly the way I was eating before. And I was eating frozen dinners, frozen meals that are just chock full of sodium. I was eating low fat and fat free diet soda instead of regular soda. I was putting like low fat and sugar free creamer in my coffee. I had such a jaded view of nutrition. So I was not really eating healthy per se. I wasn't even following the nutrition plan that came with the fitness program that I was doing. My coach at that point said, hey, Melanie, right? You know, like if you want to get the results, you've got to follow the program to the T. Why don't you add in Shakeology? Why don't you replace 1 meal a day? And then why don't you start to really learn about the nutrition? And this is all prior to Portion Fix. I went and I bought the book. It's by Tosca Reno. It's called Eat Clean, Recharged. Bought this book on the way to Deep Creek, Maryland for a family trip. I read the book cover to cover. I was completely enthralled with nutrition, how food is fuel for your body, how pairing foods together in a specific way and paying attention to the nutrient density of what you are eating actually allows you to eat more food and to lose weight. I was like sucked in immediately. I was like, I can do this. And I started to meal plan and change the way we were eating as a family. I started to cook new recipes. I started clearing out the pantry of all the things we've had before. And wouldn't you know, I started to lose weight. And in that second month, I lost 9 pounds in month 2 of Insanity. And I went on to accomplish Insanity, to do all 90 days of P90X, and to lose over 30 pounds. And honestly, it has been over 6 years, 6.5 years now. And I have been able to maintain my fitness results with proper portion control, regular exercise, and paying attention to the quality of the foods that I'm eating. Literally, I was shouting it from the rooftops about how amazing that I felt. Number one, I did not think you could do an at-home fitness program and actually get results. I did think you needed to go to a gym. I also really thought that you needed to work with a nutritionist or a dietitian or a personal trainer. So I had it was this aha moment that a mom with 2 small children that can't get to the gym, that doesn't want to go to the gym and work out in public, or doesn't have the time or want to drag her children there, can, in the comfort of her own home, press play every single day and have an amazing trainer to walk you through a program, and then a coach to help guide you on the nutrition side of it and to keep you accountable. And like I said, I was shouting it from the rooftops, right? And I started to talk to people about it. People started to ask me, how did I lose the weight? How did I get the results, and what was I eating? And people were starting to ask questions, and I was naturally sharing what I was doing. And I was starting to give my coach referrals in the process. And my coach probably asked me about, I would say 10 times if I was interested in doing what she did. did. Did I want to be an online health and fitness coach? Did I want to help other people just the way that I had been helped? Did I want to share my favorite recipes? Did I want to share my nutrition tips? And what was I packing for a weekend away with my family? You know, how was I disciplined to get up in the morning? What strategies was I using to get rid of negative self-talk? And the more I thought about it, I'm like, heck yeah, I can totally do that. I would love to do that. You know what? I quit my job to be a full-time stay-at-home mom. I have a master's degree in special education. I have an undergrad in psychology. You know, I have $30,000 of student loan debt, you know, not using my education. And we really were living paycheck to paycheck. So it sort of sounded enticing. I thought I can do this to keep myself accountable. And if I can earn a little bit of extra income, right, that'll give me that sense of fulfillment. And so I talked to my husband about the idea of becoming a part of Team Beachbody. And immediately, like any skeptical husband would do, or I should say any businessman would do, traditional businessman would do, he was like, absolutely not. That's a pyramid scheme and that's a ripoff and you'll never make any money with that, right? You know, if you want to get a job, we'll put the kids in daycare and you can get a real job, is what he said to me. And so at that point, you know, as I was angry, I was a little bit like, I will show you. And I was kind of hurt that he didn't believe in what had gotten me such amazing results. And I turned around and I said, all right, I'm going to find a way. And so I did. I actually saved up the money that I got from my birthday that year in July of 2011. My parents, my husband's parents, you know, our cousins, they would give us money. And so I saved that money up. I paid the sign up fee. I paid for a bag of Shakeology and I became a coach. I set out to help just one person. I remember my goal in the first 30 days. If I can transform one person's life the way that I had been transformed, then I had done my job. That's all I could think about. Help one person. And I had no social media background, right? So I don't know how to market. I don't know network marketing. I had to Google what a pyramid scheme was because I had to obviously justify to my husband that I wasn't joining something that was a scam. And so just to share a little bit about that with you, right? You know, a pyramid scheme basically is a company where there is no transactions of a good or service, right? So you know, the focus is on signing people up to sign people up. And the person at the top is always going to make the most money and your goal. And you don't care if people consume the products. You just want them to be distributors. And it's all about getting in early and making that money. And so Beachbody has a big focus on the transaction of a good and a service. You know, we have products and programs that I'm going to go over with you. And then also it's about the discipline. It is about the work that you do. And, you know, just because I have achieved the success that I have does not mean that somebody else can't pass me up in income, in rank within the company, in recognition at any point in time. It is all a direct reflection of your work and your effort and your ability to go out there and build your business. All right. So that's a little bit about the history. Once I started to explain that to my husband, once he started to see that this is just like a traditional business model, only it's a little bit different, you know, he was okay with it. It took him a little bit of time, but the more I explained it, the more he understood that we have great products, we have great programs, we have a great CEO and great people working for us and a sales team that help us to succeed. So with that being said, I set out on my journey. I went from being this small town mom of Mars. You can see my before photo up there, you know, on the top of that computer screen, to building my business at my kitchen table. I would put the boys down for a nap in the afternoon. It was like clockwork at 2 o'clock. Put them down for a nap. I would sit down. I'd open up my laptop. I would blog. I'd write. I would share recipes. I would take pictures. I would give tips on social media. I mean, I would share anything and everything. I'd invite people to join me. And I had customers that had signed up with me. And so I would help them get started on their health and fitness journey too. So I started doing that right in July of 2011. In 2012, I became an elite coach, which is the top 0.01% of the company. I went from an elite coach to the number 2 coach in the company in about 2.5 years. And then I went on to be the top coach for 3 years in a row. I've been in the top 10 for 4 years. I am a 5-time elite coach. I'm a part of Beachbody's Millions Club. I've achieved the Superstar Diamond 3 rank, which is the second to highest rank you can achieve in the company. I also get to represent the coaches and the network. I'm on the board, the coach advisory board. And most importantly, I'm a mom, I'm a wife, I am a work in progress. I love to write, but I also really have a passion for teaching. I have a passion for helping people build a business. And we've created this amazing team, this amazing family called the Dream Team and the Dream Team United. And I'm so blessed and thankful to have them in my life. So that's a little bit about me. You may follow me on social media. Please know that I am a normal person and I love what I do. I am very, very, very passionate about the company that I work for. And there are a lot of companies out there. I'm sure that you get inundated with people inviting you to other business opportunities or asking you if you'd like to join their teams or, buy their products. And the one thing that I love about what we do at Team Beachbody is that we don't sell you a quick fix. We aren't promising you, fast results. We are not giving you anything that doesn't work. And I love that we sell a lifestyle and we provide you with the supportive services and a community to help you do it. Because let's face it, losing weight and making healthier choices, it's just as much your mindset as it is the physical act of exercising. And I love that we sort of have that total body solution of fitness and nutrition and support. I love our company. I know John and Carl very personally. John Congdon is our co-founder and Carl Deichler is our CEO. And they began Beachbody in 1998 as an infomercial business. And crazy as it sounds, their business was all infomercial, all infomercial. Every customer that they got came from TV or internet sales. And that was a huge part of the business. And they had this website called Million Dollar Body, where when people purchased the products and programs, they could go in and they had a message board where people could interact with one another. They started to see that people were helping one another out. They were holding each other accountable, and they really started to take a look into, what if we create a network where coaches or individuals can support one another, and when they buy a product or program, they're associated with a coach. That person can receive a commission or a bonus for that person purchasing through them, and they can help them to reach their goals. And so that's how the network was born. It was born in 2007. Beachbody also created their other avenue called Beachbody Live, which is our certifications for instructors. So you can be certified to teach PiYo or Insanity. Country Heat is another one that you can get certified in. Core to Force. There is lots of different certifications that we offer. I think, what is the other one? I can't think of what the other one is off the top of my head, but those are some of the main ones that we have. Right now, we have over 350,000 coaches in the network throughout the United States, throughout Canada. And we just opened for business in the United Kingdom in October. And we have an amazing, strong force of people and individuals that really have a mission for helping people achieve a healthy and fulfilling life. Beachbody created all of the programs that you see listed here: P90X, Insanity, Focus, T25, the 21-Day Fix, Fix Extreme, PiYo, Turbo Fire, Max 30. So it's not that we just have advanced programs. We actually have programs that are beginner, intermediate, or advanced. So no matter where you fall in that spectrum, we can match you up with a fitness program that meets your needs. We also have our new streaming Beachbody On Demand, which is the ability to stream every single fitness program that Beachbody's ever created, plus a yoga series, prenatal and postnatal kids workouts. It's over $6,000 worth of fitness and nutrition. And we also have a Fixate cooking show, which teaches you proper portion size, clean eating, and recipes that your whole family will love. So we really do have like the full package. We've got our superfood shake, which is Shakeology, which is a nutrient dense superfood shake, which basically, let's face it, you really can't find whole food that it has not been genetically modified, that doesn't have chemicals on it, that that hasn't been whittled down in one way or another. And Isabel Deichler and Darren Oline created Shakeology to help fill in those gaps in our nutrition, to help boost our immune system, to help give us the pre and probiotics that we need to keep us healthy, to make sure that we are getting the most out of our workouts, to not just curb our cravings, but to give our body vitamins and nutrients that naturally keep our cravings in check and that help keep us alert and mentally clear. We also have a 3-day refresh, which is a great way to kick off your fitness journey, is to sort of get out the crap in your body. It's a natural plant-based cleanse. Or if you've had a vacation or, you know, enjoyed the holidays and you want to kind of a fresh start and get back on track, the 3-day refresh. We also have performance line supplements that are backed by the Ironman. And we've got a pre-workout, a during your workout, post-workout, and a recover that we have. Plus we have boost supplements. If you don't get enough fiber in your day, you don't get enough greens, or you don't want to drink a cup of coffee and you'd like some focused energy, we have those as well. So Beachbody On Demand and Beachbody have a huge catalog of products and programs that we can use to match our customers up to help them reach their needs. So if you're a fitness trainer and you're listening to this webinar right now and you're like, I just don't understand how I would match what I already do. You know, one of the great things about what we do is that we're a platform. We are a service that we can provide. And so for me, right, I love teaching people nutrition. I love teaching people clean eating. I love motivating people to be more positive. I use the tools of Beachbody On Demand. I use Shakeology as one anchor meal a day. I use the performance line supplements to help people get better results. If somebody wants to do Beachbody On Demand and they want to do, you know, their cardio at home, and then they want to go to the gym to do strength training, or maybe you're a trainer and you want to have connection with your customers outside of the gym, this is a great way to do it. This is a great way for you to stay connected. And the one thing that we do is we host what is called challenge groups, right? So I'm going to talk to you a little bit more about that. So a coach is somebody that inspires and motivates and leads by example. Honestly, we're real people. And if you listen to my story and you listen to where I started, remember, I didn't say I had a certification. I didn't say I had a fitness or nutrition background. I said that I had a great experience. I learned a lot about proper nutrition. I learned how to navigate the programs. I learned how to get results, how to push myself. And I really wanted to share that with other people. That's what a coach does. Basically, our job is to support our customers using the Beachbody fitness programs and nutritionals. And we run these online accountability and support groups, which is what allows me to do my job wherever I have Wi-Fi. I can sit at the kitchen table, and while the kids are taking a nap, I can be interacting with my customers. I can be showing them how to plan out their meals. I could be giving them suggestions for how to handle the temptations of the Christmas party that they're going to go to this weekend. I can give them motivation and inspiration in the mornings after my workout. It allows me the flexibility and freedom to meet my customers where they are at. I run my accountability and support groups through either the Challenge Tracker app, which is an app that Beachbody created that allows us to do what we do outside of social media, or I can run my groups right through a Facebook group. And you can see I've got 2 examples of that as well. A coach doesn't have to be an instructor, but you certainly can teach live classes. That's a great way to get in front of others, to meet people that you can then introduce into your accountability and support groups. Honestly, a coach leads by example. You know, we do put ourselves out there. We have to be willing to share what is working for us, because when we share how we're living life, how we're doing this healthy lifestyle together, it inspires somebody else to say to themselves, I can do it too. So yes, I post selfies. Yes, I take pictures of my food. I share my favorite recipes on social media. I share my meal planning for the week. I share motivational quotes that are working for me. And I really want people to see that this is not a final destination, that my fitness and my nutrition is my lifestyle. And that I'm not an expert, but I'm just one woman to another doing life and sharing it with you along the way. So here's a little sneak peek, right? So this is what we do. We help people get results. It is like the best feeling in the world to log into your group and have one of your customers say, I finished an entire round of Shift Shop and I can't believe that that is my body, that I lost my baby pouch after 5 years. My son is 5 years old and I finally was able to get rid of that baby pouch, right? That's the kind of stuff that is so exciting. Or you see me with these portion controlled containers, right? And I'm talking about nutrition and that you can literally, whatever you can stuff in that container, you can eat it. And as long as it fits, if it's a purple, it is your fruits. And if it's a green, it is your vegetables. And this teaches people very simple visual tactics of how to plan out their meals. And you can see another little image there where I'm walking people through the meal planning process. This is what we do. It's an interactive closed group where I'm there interacting with my customers and helping them to reach their goals. All right, so I know one of the big things is this whole sharing and not selling thing. I know that, again, like I said at the beginning, right? Social media is like inundated with people trying to sell you a product or a service. And the way that I look at my social media is that it is my classroom. I may not go into a school setting anymore. I may not have students that sit at desks, but I certainly have an entire world of people that are attached to social media 24/7, whether it is Instagram, whether it's Facebook, or it is Instagram stories or Facebook stories or Facebook Live. I know that I have the ability to make an impact by sharing what works for me with other people. And so every day when I sit down at my computer or I take a picture of my post workout, it is not to say, look at me, I did my workout today, pat myself on the back, but I literally, when I sit down to craft that post after I've done my workout, I think about what happened this morning, right? I think about how hard it was to get up when that alarm went off, how I had to 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, jolt myself out of bed, tell myself that I can do it. It was cold. It was 13 degrees in Western Pennsylvania this morning, and I did not want to get out of bed. But I'm real thankful that I didn't have to get in a cold car and go to a fitness class. I'm also really thankful that I could press play and be done in 30 minutes, burn 400 calories, walk right upstairs, get my kids ready for school. And I'm thankful that I did it. As hard as it was to get out of my warm bed this morning, I'm thankful I did it. And this is me telling you to get your butt in gear and do it too. You'll feel so much better when you're done. Easy. That's my post. Right? I'm walking people through what I'm doing. Or let's say, at dinner time, you make a crock pot recipe and you take chicken noodle soup and you make it healthy. And so you take a picture of your bowl and your soup, and then you take that picture and you put it on social media and you talk about, I'm on this journey to leading a healthier lifestyle. I'm starting to swap out some of my recipes. I tried this brand new crock pot chicken noodle soup. It turned out fantastic. My husband loved it. My kids asked for seconds. I have to share this recipe with you all. If you're looking for a way to get rid of some of the sodium and processed ingredients that soup typically has, here is a good recipe. And actually listing it out. And that's a great way to share that with other people too. So sharing recipes, sharing tips and tricks that work for me, not going in with I'm just going to sell you a product. You're not going to come to my page and see, buy this on sale. You're going to see the lifestyle. You're going to see me walking with you and sharing what's working with me. I am sending messages to people that have ever expressed interest in what I do, people that like my morning workout pictures. You know, if you're liking my pictures and I don't know you, I'm going to reach out. I'm going to say, hey, thanks so much for the love this morning. You have no idea how much I appreciate you giving me that like or telling me good job. You know, it's hard to put myself out there, but it's nice to know that I've hopefully inspired you in some way today, right? And then I always say like, hey, if we have a conversation, I'll ask people, are you interested in joining me? I'm going to run an accountability group. I would love to get to know you better. You know, it's all about building a relationship, finding out about other people, finding out what works for them, and then helping them to get the best results possible. All right, so a little bit about how to earn. And I promise if you have any questions at all, I actually can't see them right now. So at the end, I will go through, and there we go. It just sort of like flipped me back over here again. All right, let me go back. I don't know what happened here or why it did that. So let me figure it out. Hang on. I don't know where my stuff went because all of a sudden it went MIA. There we go. Okay, so how to earn. So there are a couple of ways that you can earn as a Beachbody coach. So a couple of them are earning through retail. So as a coach, when you sign up, you will automatically get a 25% commission off of everything. Beachbody On Demand, Daily Sunshine, the Fixate, Portion Fix, any of the Shakeology, any of the fitness programs, Beachbody On Demand, you are going to get a commission on. You're also going to earn bonuses based on your challenge pack. So a challenge pack is your Shakeology. It is the portion controlled container systems. It is either Beachbody On Demand or a physical DVD program with all the printed collateral material that goes with it in a discounted price and discounted shipping. You get a flat commission, like from $40 all the way up to $100 and some, based on which package option that you buy. Also, you get a commission off of when people sign up for Beachbody On Demand, and you also get a matching bonus and diamond and star diamond bonuses as you advance through the business. Now, I've talked a lot about customers. I've talked a lot about the customer experience. What we do as coaches is we help other people achieve their health and fitness goals. The second thing that you have the opportunity to do is kind of what I did. I said to myself, you know what? I can only help so many people. You know, I can only help so many people transform their lives. But as my customers are getting results, or as I have friends that I'm like, you do really awesome at coaching, or as I find people through my social networking, I will say, have you ever thought about doing what I do? I think you'd be a really great coach. And just as your coach invited you here, or just as you saw the opportunity presented on one of our social media feeds or on our websites, you thought to yourself, I think I could do it too. And when we link arms and we work together, we can help way more people than just one person can do. And I'm going to talk a little bit more about this, but there is the opportunity to build a team of like-minded people. We have a training system through Team Beachbody that you can plug your new customers in. And we also have a team training that you can plug your new coaches into as well. That gives you the opportunity to begin earning residual income from your team too. So I know it's a little more complex and abstract, but I promise you that really becomes the bulk of your income as you become a business building coach. All right, so let's talk a little bit about what we do and what are we going to offer you, because I think that's really important. I know how scary it is to take a leap of faith and to say, you know what, I'm going to build a business and I don't know anything about what I'm doing, but I'm just going to throw myself into it. And the one thing I can say with 100% certainty, 100% confidence is that we are going to help you. And we are going to help you every step of the way. Our team, I run a new coach training every single month, the first Monday of every month with my leaders in the organization. We co-run it together. It's 30 days of how to launch your business, how to invite, how to share and not sell, how to do follow-ups, how to run accountability groups, how to use social media. You have access to all of our resources, our documents, our guides, our scripts. Our training is like top notch. We do weekly calls to help you with concepts that you will need, such as how to identify your target market, how to use social media, how to gain interaction and traction, how to invite people without feeling like you're selling them. We do one-on-one calls, and we do have a lot of resources that are available to you. And honestly, we really do thrive on this community vibe. We really do work with one another. We lift each other up. We elevate each other's strengths. We really put ourselves out there in such a way that our goal is to help others succeed. And that is what we do. So when you join our team, you're not just getting the first 30 days of coach training, but at every stage of the game, from new coach to 4 vital behaviors to emerald and diamond, and achieving the ranks through your business, and all the way up to building your team and your leaders, you will have people that are engaged with you and that are helping you every single step in the way. And we really do it with integrity, with a lot of heart, we're just very passionate people. And this is my favorite part personally, is doing these trainings. I just love it, and I absolutely enjoy it the most. So, all right, let's talk a little bit about what does it cost to become a coach? Because I know people ask that all the time. They want to know what the sign up fees are. To be quite honest with you, it's cheap. And I've compared other businesses. And if you think about, if you were going to go out there and open a franchise, let's say a Starbucks or, a Chick-fil-A, you are going to have to not only do the build out for the space, but you have to pay for the licensing. You have to pay your employees. You have to pay for the advertising, everything that needs to go into that space. I mean, you are hundreds of thousands of dollars in debt before you even open the doors for business. And if you look at your Beachbody, your coaching business, as an opportunity to create a lot of freedom for your future, and you treat it as if a business, as it's a business and not a hobby, it is going to pay you like a business. So if you say to yourself, okay, at minimum, it costs me $40 to become a coach, because it's $40 sign up fee to become a coach. But if you get, for example, tomorrow, the 80-day obsession packages launch. If you get the 80-day obsession challenge pack, which I think it's either 160 or 180, I want to say it's 180. And you get in that package all the 80-day obsession equipment, a year subscription to Beachbody On Demand, Shakeology, or the Beachbody Performance line. Your $40 coach sign-up fee is waived, and you can become a coach and start your fitness journey or launch things. Also, if you already have Shakeology or you already have Beachbody On Demand, we have great completion packs. We have 3-day refresh packages. All of those are very affordable at under $200. So, and there's no annual fee. There is no cancellation fee. There is no penalty. So if you come into this and it's like a crazy first 30 days and maybe you don't get started as fast as you would like, you're not penalized for that. There's no time frame to say you have to do X, Y, and Z within the first so many days of getting started. You have a monthly $16.95 monthly membership fee, but that's it. And your fees are waived if you are an active duty U.S. military or you yourself are a veteran. So now I ask you, what kind of coach do you want to be? This is really where you pick your path and you decide if you want to be a discount, somebody that just loves the product, loves the program, doesn't ever want to build a business, but would enjoy getting that 25% discount every single month, and you're going to save about $16 to $30 a month if you consume the products and use the programs. Maybe you're a hobby coach and you say to yourself, I have a job, or, I want to just do this on the side. This will be something that's fun for me. I don't really have big goals for myself as far as creating a significant income, but it'd be fun to get my product paid for. If I can get 3 people in a month to sign up, I'll get my Shakeology for free. And so maybe that's something that you're interested in doing as well. Or maybe you are that person that is all in. I really want to just blow the rooftops off of this thing. The sky is the limit. I do want to grow a team. I do want to become, social media savvy. I do want to help as many people as possible, and I'm willing to put in the work. That would be your business starter. Those are your people that go all in. All right. So now what do you need to do? you need to reach out to the coach that invited you here. So if somebody invited you here or you found me on social media, on Instagram or Facebook or YouTube, reach out, send us an email. You can send me an email at mjmitro@gmail.com. You can go to melaniemitro.com and sign up and create an application in there to sign up as a coach. But I know for me personally, I'm only accepting 10 people into my January Coach University. I'm really revamping things. My focus is on really helping people to have success. I only want to mentor a small group of people, and I'm going to be personally interviewing people to see if they would make a good fit for me and my team. When you become a coach, you're going to become a part of our family, and I want to help you, and I want to give you that attention that you deserve to help you succeed. We'll be kicking off. Our new coach kickoff call is Wednesday, January 3rd. We'll start training on January 8th. And in the meantime, you will have some prep tasks that you will complete. You will get to go through a challenge group. You will get to be a part of our team calls. We will set up an initial call together to really map out what your vision is for your business and to help you get started as soon as you are ready to hit the ground running. So, with that being said, if you want to be one of the 10, if you want to be a part of our Coach Training University, the next step is for you to go out there and make it happen as soon as possible. So what I want to do is just open it up for any questions that you may have along the way, because I always know that there are questions. So let me just take a moment and just read through them over here, because I can see them over here on this right-hand side. So do you send, so I'm just going to answer some of these questions. And if you do, and they respond back, how do I know they are a friend, one of your friends? How do you respond? So, Stacy, if you don't send cold friend requests. I mean, I think about myself, and if somebody would just send me a message, and this has happened to me before, where somebody invited me to try a product or try a program, and I looked at their page, and I'm like, I don't know this person, and they didn't even try to get to know me, and they didn't make any comment, they didn't ask me any questions. It's better to build a relationship. So if you want to get to know somebody, you compliment them, right? Or if you're genuinely interested in somebody, you make comments, you ask questions, you get to know people. So your job is to become a professional friend maker. It's to genuinely be interested in other people. Because the minute you start to say to yourself, I'm just in it for the sale, I just want this person to buy a product from me, people see right through that. And I don't ever want people to feel that way about me. And I don't want you to do that when you are talking to other people either. So that is really, really important as you're going through the process and you're starting to launch your business, that you keep authenticity at the forefront of your brain, because that is important. People will see right through that if they know that you're just trying to sell them on this as well. All right. And I said, as far as an invite goes, I don't send a cold friend invite. I may send a friend request to somebody if our children are in the same classroom at school, if we go to the same church, if we live in the same neighborhood, if we're a part of a networking group together and we're chatting back and forth through a networking group. That is how I find people. It is very authentic. And through that process, I'm going to start the conversations with people as well. Okay. All right. When someone says it's too expensive, of course people are going to tell you that it's too expensive. And I was actually talking about this. I was talking about this earlier today. So how many of you have ever gone out and when I moved into our new house, right? How many of you have ever bought furniture? And we moved into our house and we had to get living room furniture and we needed new bedroom furniture. We sold a lot of our stuff. And so what did we do? We went around to different furniture stores, and at every furniture store we went to, the saleswoman would ask us for our email addresses, our phone numbers, and our names. And she would write down all of the things that we were looking at. And what does any good salesperson do? They call you. They say, hey, thanks for coming into the store today. Just wanted to see if you guys made a decision about that couch or, about that chair. And then they usually tell me what sales or offers are going on right now. And me, being me, I would see on the caller ID that Levin Furniture was calling me. And instead of answering, I would ignore it. Why? Why did I ignore it? Because I wasn't ready to make a purchase yet. And instead of me saying to that person, I'm not ready yet, I just ignored them. And they called the next week and I ignored them. And then they called the next week and then I ignored them, because it wasn't that there was anything wrong with that person. It's just that I physically wasn't ready to make a purchase yet. And maybe in my mind, I was waiting for a sale, or I was waiting until I checked out all my other options and all the other furniture stores. And then I said to myself, okay, now it's worth the price. I've checked out all my options and I'm ready to buy. And when you look at other people, right? And other people give you that expensive, or I can't afford it, or I don't know if it's worth it, or I'm going to do something cheaper. I always say to somebody, I totally understand, right? I thought it was too expensive at first as well, but I gave it 30 days. I wasn't getting the results I wanted. I decided to commit. I went all in. There's a 30-day money back guarantee. I figured out that, for me, Shakeology is $4 a day. I was easily going to the Starbucks drive-through 3 or 4 times a week. I was easily going to Chick-fil-A or McDonald's. I cringe when I say that, with my kids a couple of times a week. I was eating out as much as I was more than what I was spending on my actual Shakeology. And so once I figured that out, I realized that I could afford it. And when you're ready, when you make the decision and you decide, all right, I want to invest, I will be here for you. But I don't want to push you. I want it to be your decision, but I want you to know that it was so worth it for me. And I would never tell you to buy something that I didn't 100% believe in. And then, you know what? I'm going to follow up with them and I'm going to invite them back next month if I don't hear from them. But I always keep in the back of my mind that furniture salesman, I keep that in the back of my mind, and I keep myself as the customer. Keep putting yourself out there. Keep sharing on social media. Keep talking about what you have to offer. Keep sharing the results, because one day, at one moment, at one time, that customer is going to be ready and they're going to purchase from you because you showed up, because you were consistent, because you were positive. You weren't in their face pushing something down their throat, trying to sell them, but you were inspiring them to make a lifestyle change. So give it a little grace. Yep, you're going to get the price objection. Absolutely. And it's not going to work for everybody, but you're going to be that person that's there inspiring them and motivating them along the way. All right. Okay. All right. So I am going to finish this out and close this out, guys, tonight. One more question and then we will all be done. So stay-at-home mom, Sandra, that's totally okay. I was at home with my, 6-month-old and my 2.5-year-old for, couple of years until they went to preschool. I was working my business basically in the cracks of my day. So it was like 20 minutes here, a half hour there while we were watching Paw Patrol, or when they would go to bed at night. And I don't know what, and I don't know what you define as success. So when you say to me, is that enough time to succeed? I don't know, because I don't know what you want. If you want a couple extra $400 a month, absolutely, right? But if you're thinking, I need hundreds of thousands of dollars, every single month to be able to live, then no, 30 to 45 minutes is not going to be sufficient. But if you say to yourself, I want a little bit of extra income, absolutely. It is when you talk about your business hours, it's 30 to 45 minutes of sitting down and doing the right activities. It's not scrolling on the news feed. It is not, just looking for ideas and looking on Pinterest and trying to figure out what to do. It is literally 35 to 45 minutes of actually engaging in conversation and helping your customers get signed up and having conversations and matching people up with the right fitness programs, right? So that is really, really important. All right. The other thing is there's no such thing as posting 4 to 5 times a day anymore, right? So social media is like, peace out. That's too much. We're going to filter you out. It is quality over quantity. It is not about showing up and just jamming up the newsfeed with tons of information. You just think to yourself, what are the 2 great things I want to share for today? And then you're done with it. All right. So that is really important that you keep that in your mind. It is about the quality. It is about value. And that is what you want to drive your business. Otherwise, you become white noise and people are just going to filter you out. Okay. All right. So with that being said, guys, thanks so much for being a part of the call this evening. I'm looking over here. I'm sorry, guys. I just saw these other two questions. Do you feel like having real life friends is super important to build a team, or can it be done primarily through social media and building relationships? Absolutely. I mean, most of Colleen, my business is built entirely through social media. I have real life friends as well. But a lot of my real life friends are not even involved in my business. They're just my friends, and we support each other in life and we do life together. But a lot of my teammates have become my best friends too. And we see each other at every event that we go to as well. And then absolutely, it is possible to succeed when your friends and family have bad eating habits. Who cares, right? Your job is to, honestly, when you start to create this healthy lifestyle and you believe in it wholeheartedly, you are going to find that some people are going to say, I don't want to change, and I don't want to do what you do. And that's okay. It's a choice because I made that choice to say, I'm going to surround myself with people that care about a healthy lifestyle. I'm going to surround myself with people that have the same values and morals. I want to be around people that care about working out and care about eating right. And, you can either join me or not. I'm not going to make you feel guilty if you don't, but this is what I'm going to do. And if you can't choose to support me in that process, then maybe that's not what true friendship is all about. That's one point. The second point is family members. They take a little while to warm up. I never pushed it on my husband and never pushed it on my family members. I'd let them decide when they were ready, but I just led by example. So keep that in mind if you're trying to make that decision about whether or not this business is going to fit for you. You got to have a little tough skin, and you got to know not everybody's going to love what you're doing right off the bat. But if you love it, if you're passionate about it, if you say to yourself, I could really help people, I really could make this work, then you should go all in and you should go for it. Okay. All right. I hope you have a good night. I hope to welcome some of you to our Dream Team family. And don't forget to reach out if you've got any questions along the way. And I will see you soon. Good night, everybody. Take care.